All right, gems, we're gonna jump right into this review of the Jouer Cosmetic foundation. You guys, I'm just looking on my screen here to kind of give you a little background on this Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. I want to preface this by saying I don't own any products from Jouer Cosmetics, Lord. I don't own any products from Jouer Cosmetics, but when I went to Generation Beauty in LA a couple weeks ago, I met with the brand and they are extremely sweet, approachable, down to earth, and I figured why not? They have 17 colors in this shade currently, and they're expanding the collection to over 50 shades. So I was able to see my color match. They were able to match me with the foundation that they had on site, but they weren't selling full bottle. But to give you a little background, it's a liquid foundation with a long-lasting coverage and an airbrushed matte finish. So one thing that I'm really loving about this, when I was speaking to the representatives from Jouer Cosmetics, is that this is a full coverage buildable foundation. It's ideal for all skin types: oily skin, dry skin, combination skin, normal skin, sensitive skin, acne prone skin, and mature skin. So that's everyone from, you know, like your middle, late teens, all the way to like your mama and them. So that's, you know, a breadth of range that's going to be able to utilize this foundation. It's paraben-free, sulfate-free, gluten-free, and certified cruelty, vegan, and oil-free, which is everything up my alley. I love that the key benefits is a matte finish, it's lightweight, and it's long wearing. However, it's not telling me how many hours. So they aren't attesting to a certain amount of hours with this coverage, or this foundation rather, as far as wearability. But the finish is matte, and as I mentioned before, it is a full coverage foundation. So the shade that they matched me to, that will soon be available in 50 shades, I believe on April 5th. Sorry, you guys, they kind of put it in this cute little baggie for me. They matched me to the shade Chestnut, and Chestnut had olive neutral undertones, which is your girl. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this on the skin after I set my face with a moisturizer and a primer. So for that today, I'm gonna use my Estee Lauder Day Wear Matte moisturizer, which you know I love, 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 love. And then I'm going over top of that with my Dermalogica Hydra Blur Primer to really set my T-zone in place, because those are the areas that are the most oily, before I apply the foundation. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with the foundation. Again, they match me to the shade Chestnut. I hope it doesn't play me. I'm just going to pour it on the back of my hand. And in comparison to, say, the other foundations that I've been wearing on a regular basis, I feel really comfortable with how it's matching up. I'm going to use my foundation brush and apply it directly onto the skin. And then to blend it out, I'm going to use my beauty sponge that I have already damped off camera to blend everything together. Alright, so that's the first application. I personally feel like that's full coverage, B. And she sets matte quickly. One thing that I always have to kind of remind myself is to slow down, because one thing's for certain, she dries down relatively quickly. So I probably should have applied the foundation areas at a time, but I moved pretty fast and got the foundation equally distributed across my face. But you guys tell me, that is a full beat. That is full coverage, and I have some dark spots here. I'm not seeing anything peeking through. I don't put a lot of foundation under my eye because I do put concealer there to color correct the dark circles and then lift it to bring a highlight to the skin. But I'm really pleased with that. First of all, I've really never been color matched well, especially when the person was not a person of color that color matched me. And I feel like she did a good job. I am not mad at this finish. I love that it's giving me, you know, cohesion with my neck. So that's always going to be really important to me. And next, I'm just going to go ahead and do my normal routine. I'm going to highlight, I'm going to contour, I'm going to come back, and we're going to talk about this foundation. Right now, It is 2:25 p.m. I do have a bit of running around to do. I have more filming to do. So I can come back and allow my skin to allow this to kind of marinate and give a full-fledged opinion on the product. But first impressions is the first impression, because if it goes south, honey, you ain't getting me back. And Jouer has your girl's attention. One thing else that I wanted to mention about the product, it does retail for $38, and you do only get 0.68 fluid ounces. And that's a little concerning to me, only because I am accustomed to at least getting 1 full ounce of product when I do purchase a new foundation product. But if a little bit goes a long way and you use it properly, $38 isn't really rocking the boat for me. I think if they would have bumped over 40, maybe 42, I'd probably be looking at them with the side eye. But excuse me, I just wanted to share that information nonetheless. And again, comes in 50 shades and will be dropping on April the 5th. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish my face, stop rambling, and come back and give a full opinion on the foundation. All right, gems, I am back on really quickly before we watch a movie with the kids. It's about 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna say about 7.5, 8 hours. I haven't blotted once. I don't know if that's the combination of the prep of my skin that I did with my face moisturizer and primer, but the foundation is absolutely flawless. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 2 thumbs up. I am not so mad about it being less than 1 ounce and being $38, but she's sitting. And like maybe giving my CoverGirl Vitalist a run for her money. I'm speechless actually. But yeah, wanted to jump back on and show you guys the finished look. I'll even zoom in a little bit to kind of give you some, you know, close and personal, but nonetheless, this foundation is absolutely flawless. Beautiful matte finish. Controls these oils, honey, because she is not, I mean, I see a little bit here, but I know what I could look like after 8 hours of wear, especially in the T-zone area. So until our next video, shine bright. Bye.